Robirara Casibo de Baro. Am I not live? It says I'm live. There we go. Let's get Boot Cruise though. They have more. Skibidi warabuido de skibidi squita. Sending you that right now. Somebody's in here watching me sing. Oh my gosh, that's not good. All right, I just sent you that link. Welcome in to a very special episode of UFC Blatherskite. I'm glad you guys could come. Maybe stop by tonight. Maybe talk about a little bit of MMA. But anyways, this is a very special episode because this is going to be the new norm here from Boot Crew Media and UFC Blatherskite. And before I go any further to talk about how big of an event UFC 273 is going to be, I must bring up the new sponsorship, the sponsorship that we have with DraftKings Sportsbook. Use promo code BOOT, bet $5 on anything. College basketball just wrapped up, but we got baseball season starting up. I'm pretty sure it's good for that. Do not quote me. I don't really know. I do know. UFC fights, we're going to get into that. We've got odds, we've got favorites, we've got underdogs, we've got championships on the line. Is there bad blood? Oh, there is, and we're going to get more into that. Bet you $5. Use promo code BOOT and win you some real money. Enough of this fake money stuff, right? Enough of the fake. Not that I'm accusing you of having fake money, but anyways, I'm getting way off topic here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my accomplice, my man, Devin DiMaggio.
What up, what up?
What's super exciting here, man? How you doing today, bro? You doing good?
Good. I'm excited for these fights. There's a lot going on. I've been doing a lot of research on these guys, and there's a lot to talk about. And also, shout out to DraftKings because I always bet, on something. Even if it's only $10, I'm always using them. So, it's always fun to watch a fight because, it's more interesting to watch a fight when you got a little bit of money on the line. You're like, ooh, gets you really into it. So, shout out to them.
I am excited because I've never been a bettor. Did a little bit in college, gotten a lot of heat. Had to sell the old Nintendo Wii on eBay. This was back when it was illegal in the state of Mississippi. I thought I was going to get my fingers broken. That was not the case. The Wii sold on eBay for a few $100s. I was able to get out of the hole there. Shout out to my boy, Justin Napoleon, for helping me get out of that betting hole. So I don't even know where to begin because there's so many fights and storylines leading up to what's going to be a massive card. I also have my DraftKings app out ready to go to see, because the odds change daily. And
yeah, I'll put that up too real quick before we get into everything we're about to say.
Yeah. So, one thing, here's a fight that I'm going to, I've got to do more research on because it was thrust into the main card, and I don't have a clue who either one of these guys are. We also have our picks. We can talk about our picks, which we will have and elaborate on as we go. But this Vink Pichel, I don't know how to say this guy's name, versus Mark Madsen. I don't know. I picked Madsen. You picked Pichel. I don't know much about him. I know that Pichel has 8 knockouts on his resume. Madsen is a little more well-rounded, it looks like. His nickname is the Olympian, and he's got tons of silver, bronze, even a gold medal in Olympic games and world championships. So he's up there in wrestling. But I've never seen either one of these guys fight. I have no idea what to expect. But I will. The Mark Madsen guy is 11-0. 11-0.
A little bit. Let's talk about the main event going on,
right? Jump right into it, Joe. Let's go.
Yeah, before we get into the other fights, I love talking about the main event fight.
Go.
So we got the Korean Zombie, of course, going against Volkanovski, of course. So these two guys, thing about the Korean Zombie is he's been in the top 10 for years. He's been in UFC, the best Korean to ever come into the UFC. And he's been training a lot. In the past, he's had a fight. I would have to look up who it was against. I can't remember, where he hurt his shoulder, and they stopped the match, or it was a defeat for him, I'm pretty sure. But he had hurt his shoulder. So to recover from that and to get back on the horse and back at it, he's come through a lot through the years, and he's a more slimmer guy than who he's going against, and he's the kind of fighter that is more defensive. So he'll wait to feel out what you're going to do before he reacts. He's very defensive. So he's been training with Henry Cejudo, I think his last name is.
Cejudo.
Yeah.
Silent J.
Yeah. When I read it, it's like Cejudo. So
yeah, I get the names wrong all the time.
All the time.
You are good.
Yeah.
You are good.
Guy,
I will not prosecute you, sir.
He's had belts in the UFC. He has a wrestling background. He was in the Olympics for wrestling. So the guy he's working with is training him well in that way, because I think he's going to be more of a well-rounded wrestler going into this fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to see him fight really hard for this, because I feel like he really wanted this time. I think he's going to give Volkanovski a run for his money in this fight. Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it off. If I was to bet, I would bet that he would lose, but I think he's going to come in strong, and there's a possibility that he could pull this off.
Yeah. Okay, so you mentioned that defensive fighting. Listen to this. I say resume, but resume of he's a third Dan black belt in Hapkido. I don't have a clue what that is, but it sounds awesome. All right, second Dan black belt in Taekwondo. He's a black belt in Judo, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This guy, a lot of guys have
all the way around.
A lot of guys have multiple belts in training, right? In different fighting styles. This dude's got black belts in basically all of them. And
right.
To go off of what you said, he's fought in the UFC for a long time now. His debut was in 2011.
Close to a decade, if not longer than a decade. He's been top 10 in the UFC.
He's fought Dustin Poirier. Now, this was a long time ago, and beat him. He's fought Aldo. He's fought Yair Rodriguez, who's up there. Frankie Edgar, Brian Ortega. He's fought.
All big name guys.
Now,
he's not afraid to take a fight.
He's about
anything.
He's about that. He's about that life.
And he's from what I understand, he's been taking his training very seriously for this fight. I think he's ready. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, Volkanovski?
Yeah,
right?
Volkanovski, yep.
Yeah, so he actually has been training around his home, or at his home, not really, with his family. He's been around his family a lot. So he hasn't taken the time to go out to go to a new training center or go with new guys. While on the other hand, the Korean Zombie's been going out, out of his comfort zone to get better.
I don't think that there's ever been a Korean champion. This guy might very well be fighting for an entire country. That's dangerous. Can you imagine?
Going against, I'm not saying Volkanovski's terrible. He's really good. But going against any top 10 fighter, you need to be prepared the best you could.
Yeah. Volkanovski has defended the belt, I want to say twice. It might be 3 times. I'm going to pull it up right now because I don't like to be wrong.
Yeah, I know he's defended it a few times.
So he's defended it twice. And, he won it from Max Holloway, defended it against Max Holloway, beat Brian Ortega.
Right.
That's legit. He's also run through guys let's not forget, okay? Volkanovski, this is his last, 5 fights, right? Brian Ortega, Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, Chad Mendez. And he is I want to say number 2. He might be the number 3.
Matches that he went through.
He's a number 3 ranked pound for pound fighter. Well deserved. Well deserved is what I'm getting at. Now, the thing you got to worry about whenever you start defending titles for too long is hitting that lull, not being hungry. When the Korean Zombie is ready to eat.
Right.
The boy's ready to eat.
Another thing is I notice about these fighters, I'm not saying for him in particular, but for a lot of these fighters, when they have the belt and they're defending it, they don't fight the same. They put everything on the line. They put everything on the line to get the belt.
Yeah.
When they're defending the belt, they're so scared they're gonna lose it that they change their fighting style. You know, they start being more defensive.
I got a comment. Hey, look who commented. Dad!
Oh,
Dad! Father!
what's up? What's up?
That's my father. That's my father, y'all. You like that profile pic? That big B. Anyways, yeah. What we finish what you were saying? So go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Like they'll do anything. They'll put their life on for that belt, but once they get it, they turn into a different fighter trying to defend it a lot of the time.
I had a talk with a good friend of mine. You know, I'm going to name drop here by the name of Ross Terranova. I know he's not watching, so it doesn't matter, but name drop Ross Terranova. He went to Destrehan. Boo. Anyways, I didn't even go to Hornville, but he mentioned he said it like after the Masvidal Covington fight, maybe it was the Adesanya's last fight.
Yeah,
whatever it was one of those two, and he was like, "Dude, I hate title fights." He said he hates them because, especially Adesanya. If you look, and I'm not knocking Adesanya, I absolutely love everything about Adesanya. When people have belts for too long, they fight a little conservative, right? Adesanya, because they don't want to be the attacker and get caught. I get it. For that reason, it's, sometimes they end up not being the best fights of the night. Like the Masvidal Covington fight was not the best. Remember, that whole card was so good. And so unfortunately, if there was like a worse fight on that card, it probably would have been Masvidal Covington.
Right. That was the main event wasn't the best in my opinion. There was like
the worst fight of the night.
All the fights that happened before that were so good. They
were out there. And now granted, like I think the Korean Zombie might be that dude. Yo, Dustin Palmachel. That's our baseball guy. You remember him? That's our baseball guy. Go follow the Big League Take.
Yeah.
Follow it. Baseball season starting up tomorrow. The Atlanta Braves, defending world champions. Oh, buddy. So, yeah. I don't think the Korean Zombie's gonna be holding back at all.
I don't think it's gonna be as easy of a win for him if he does win. Like for Volkanovski, I don't think it's gonna be in his mind. I think he's gonna crush this guy. And he's even said, Volkanovski said, he doesn't really care like how he knows that the Korean Zombie is training differently.
Yeah.
But he even said like, don't expect just him working with Henry to affect that he's going to crush me. Like, don't be expecting that because he's not just going to turn into a guy that can crush me. So he said that. So we're going to see how that plays out. We're really going to see how that plays out. And I think the Korean Zombie wants it. I think he really wants it this time. I think it's going to be a good matchup. And then what's the fight before that?
Here's the question. Here's the question. If you bet, so we're going to get right into this. Volkanovski, before we go to that one, Volkanovski is a minus 720 favorite in this fight. That is massive.
Wow.
That is a huge favorite. You'd have to bet $10 to win $11.38. Dude, what? How do I get off of that? So Volkanovski is a 500-point underdog.
I think I'm gonna if I'm saying who I think is gonna win is Volkanovski, but who I'm betting on is the Korean Zombie.
If you bet the Korean Zombie, $10 will win you $60. $10 will win you $60.
I really like to see the Korean Zombie take it, but I have a feeling that Volkanovski might hold it. You know what I mean?
You put $100. I'm not telling you to do this because I'm not going to do it. But you put $100. You put $100 on the Korean Zombie. Pay out at $600, bro.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy, dude,
bro. All right, that's a massive underdog. Now, in our picks, we both picked Volkanovski. I think we have to pick to bet when we do this, right?
I'll bet on Volkanovski. But even if I lose that bet, I would be happy seeing the Korean Zombie take it. Even if I lose money, I would love to see it.
Yeah.
And another thing, dude, it's just Volkanovski is bigger. The Korean Zombie is a slimmer.
Keep talking. I gotta run and do something. Keep talking. I'm gonna be like 10 seconds.
Yeah, you're good. So the Korean Zombie is more of a lean, not as bulky as Volkanovski. So I think Volkanovski's hits, if he gets hit, could be could end it for him. He's got to watch because he's a strong striker, and his punches are strong. Like, they will knock you down, they will put you out. So very cautious about that. But on the other hand, I've seen the Korean Zombie come and just knock people out, knock people down. He's got strong hands too. For as slim as he is, he can move fast, and his strikes are pretty solid. So it's going to be really interesting to see that fight. Let me know in the comments who y'all got, because I think right now it can go really either way. And it's going to be a really interesting fight to see. And I think zombies are brutal.
Zombies are brutal.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't stop. They don't stop.
Yeah.
You got to kill them with a headshot.
Mike, what I was saying was the Korean Zombie is more of a leaner guy, not as stocky as Volkanovski. So Volkanovski's punches and hits, his strikes, they can put you down.
Yeah.
He's got to be cautious of that. And he's a slimmer guy, but let me tell you something. He can hit. Korean Zombie strikes are pretty good.
Oh, dude. Yeah. And I don't think let me see. He's lost 3. He's 17-6. 3 of his losses were knockout, but that hadn't been since 2019.
And you got to think, if he gets you on the ground, he will ride you. He will do his jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. He's not afraid of a submission. He's not there. He can knock you out. He can get you by submission. He can really. He's a well-rounded fighter with strikes, with all of his martial art backgrounds and his black belts that he has.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's well-rounded. Volkanovski just has a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
He's very well. But the thing about him is
Volkanovski's 19-1.
And he's gonna be harder to get on the ground. Because he's gonna want to keep it a standing fight.
Yeah. Oh, Volkanovski lives for that, bro. Volkanovski, he's got tree trunks for legs, bro. His leg kicks are brutal, and that's what he did to Max Holloway. He destroyed Max Holloway.
He did do that. So
Max Holloway was at the top of his game back then, bro.
I really think. I was all Volkanovski's gonna win for sure. Now I'm more iffy. I think it could go either way depending on.
Yeah, I might flip picks by the end of this thing, bro.
I'm sticking to what I said to you. I'm sticking to all the names I said, but I would really like to see the Korean Zombie come back and take it. I think. Yeah. I think it would be cool because he would be the first one,
Yeah.
And then to be top 10 and then go straight to the belt and get the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, dude, that would be huge, dude.
Yeah, because what's his
is he 9th or 10th? I gotta check.
Well, he's the number 4 ranked featherweight right now.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah.
But he's been in the top 10 for over a decade for sure.
Yeah, because he's only lost 2 of his last 5. He's won 3 of his last 4 fights, He's never lost 2 fights in a row. He's got a great record.
I think he could. Now pull up Volkanovski's record now.
Dude, Volkanovski's 23-1. Volkanovski has not lost. Volkanovski hasn't lost since 2011, and that was not in the UFC.
That would, dude, if he wins, oh my gosh, I will go crazy, dude.
Volkanovski has dominated everybody he's ever fought. None of them have so he was 3-1 when he lost last. That was in 2013. I'm sorry. So he's gone from 3-1 to 23-1. He's on a 20-fight win streak, and he's been fighting in the UFC since 2016. Dude. So his UFC record is 12-0, something like that.
Dude, he's a beast. I'll give it to him. He is a beast. But I would really love to see the Korean Zombie come back and win. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Now, so I'll stick with the I said Volkanovski when I sent our picks in to Lala said what at Boot Crew Media. So I'll stick with that for right now. Yeah, I may flip on that, but I'm taking Volkanovski because he's never given me a reason not to pick him in a fight.
Correct. He's always shown his ability at what he can do in the ring, and his record pretty much explains why I'm choosing him.
There's a reason he's a 720 point favorite. You know what I mean? He's a favorite for a freaking reason, guy. You know what I mean?
So bet on him. Even if I won't win much, I'm gonna bet on him. for sure.
Now, the co-main event is probably the fight that everybody's the most excited for.
Dude.
And I don't know how this isn't the headliner, but it's Aljamain Sterling finally defending this belt in which he won via disqualification.
Yeah.
Or it couldn't go any further based off of an illegal hit. Not like that. Aljamain Sterling defends it against
he was down.
Petre. I think it's Petre or Petre. I always say
Yeah.
Peter, and it's not Peter. It's Petr.
Yes.
Petre Yan. We both have Yan in this fight. Yan is the contender is a minus 490 favorite.
Wow.
I'm not taking the underdog in this fight.
Yeah. Now, another thing you might not know about Sterling is he's actually fights with a neck injury that he had when he was wrestling. So he wrestled for a college, hurt his neck, and so he's always doing like therapy for his neck and stuff. Yet you wouldn't notice it in the ring, but he does have a neck injury that he fights with.
A lingering neck injury for years now?
For years, yeah. So, I mean, and he's had, I think, a couple of surgeries.
Right.
And
I did not know that.
Ever since he was wrestling, he hurt his neck wrestling, but he doesn't let that stop him from getting in the ring and showing what he can do. He was a really good wrestler. His kicks, his hits, he's well-rounded, but compared to Yan, you could see in the last fight that they did, or was it the last fight where he did that illegal blow?
Yeah, the illegal. I think it was a knee.
Yeah, it was a knee to the face when he was down.
Yeah, and, when it was points of contact on the mat.
Even when that happened, even though with that happening, Sterling was like, didn't even want to accept it. Like they put the belt around him and he like,
now wait, he said he was all upset and was crying and he couldn't go on.
He posted about like who got the belt now.
And then he was talking trash after the fight. That is the biggest BS I've ever seen that made me at first when it happened, I was like, man, he claimed like, oh man, I didn't this doesn't feel right winning the thing. He was crying and all of that.
Right.
And he came out after and he was like, I'm not saying he shouldn't be happy that he's champion, but it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. And then he's been talking trash for years now. Year and a half, maybe.
That's going to push Yan to want it even more. He's coming in and he wants that belt bad.
Yan was winning that fight before
Yan wants that belt bad. He's been training super hard.
Yeah.
Like harder than before. And he was like, he said it. He wants that belt. He's going for that belt. And in my opinion, I don't think Sterling's going to hold that belt. I think Yan's going to take it from him.
Oh, Yan's winning it.
After what happened last time with that illegal blow, he knows what he did wrong.
Yan's the interim bantamweight championship right now because Sterling hasn't had a single fight since he won it. And it's due to injuries and stuff. I don't know. I don't believe Sterling when he says that he believes he's one of the pound for pound, like he's one of the best fighters in the world. I don't believe it. I don't believe he believes it.
I don't think he has the resume to say that yet.
No, and he's got a good record. Look, his overall record is 20-3. He hasn't lost since 2017 and Marlon Moraes. He's beaten the likes of Jimmy Rivera, Pedro Munoz, Corey Sandhagen. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter.
Right.
But he's not ranked in the top 15 pound for pound fighters for a reason. And Peter Yan is still number 9.
Yeah, he's in the top 10. So
top 10 pound for pound, bro.
And if anyone deserves it, I think Yan deserves it. I've seen the hard work he's putting in lately. And the way that he fights, he's a well-rounded fighter too. You know?
Yeah.
He can knock you out. He can take you down. It doesn't matter with him.
Yeah.
So I think he's ready for that fight. What are the odds on that? Who's the favorite? Definitely Yan, right?
Oh, Yan's a pretty big favorite. Yan right now is a minus 490 favorite. So, like, if you bet $20 on Yan, you'd only win 24.
Yeah.
Oh, look! Hey! Ken Stock!
Let's go, baby!
Everybody's got to join us this Saturday. He faked his way to the belt and then acted all tough while ducking the rematch. 100%. He's been ducking the rematch for years. He doesn't want any of it. Yan we are in complete agreement there.
Yeah, we're definitely on the same page, Ken, for sure. Because think about it. if you had a chance to get the belt and lost because of an illegal blow, how bad do you want it now if you can get back and do it again? If I was in that position, I'd really want
Yan's
it.
gonna eat that man alive, bro. He said I bet the bank on Yan this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Dude, I'm betting so much on Yan, Definitely. I think I'm 99.9% sure he's gonna win.
Oh, yeah. That's a bet that I'm not flipping on. I'm not flipping on that.
I'm not flipping on that. That's one that
like that's what I think's gonna win, and I want to win. It's not happening. Yan's gonna eat him alive, bro.
Ken, who you got on the main fight?
Yeah. We just talked about the main event. Who you got there? Oh, Ken, our resident expert, Big Nate. No, I don't see it going. Look, I don't see it going past the second round either.
No, I don't see it going. It's gonna be quick.
Oh, you talking about Yan and Sterling?
The way the Korean Zombie's been training, he's been working on his wrestling with Henry. What's his last name? I say
Cejudo.
So he's been training with him, I think in Arizona, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. Have you seen Cejudo and McGregor? They've been battling on Twitter for like months now.
Oh yeah.
Cejudo's talking about coming back. He ain't coming back.
But so the Korean Zombie's been working on his wrestling, and he's almost a black belt in every martial art that I can think of.
Yeah.
I mean, but on the other hand, Volkanovski's hits are going to be strong, and they can knock you down and knock you out.
Ken made a good point, and I think he was still talking about Sterling and Yan, but he said he doesn't see it going out of the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Now on DraftKings, here we go. He says Zombie might be in trouble. That's a tough fight for him.
Yeah, that is a tough fight for him.
A beast. But look, going back to Ken thing, he doesn't see it going past the second round. The over-under for total rounds in Sterling Yan, as I'm looking at my DraftKings app, is 4.5.
Wow.
Saying it's going to go the distance. You take the under on that. Wow. And that's minus 135, dude. $20 on the under. We win you $34. Bro, you could bet Yan and the under on that and make bucks.
Right. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, you totally right on that.
I feel like that might be your best moneymaker right there. Or if do like you gotta be able to do all you can add like a parlay to that. So if I bet,
I know Ken is going for that money this weekend,
bro. Right here. If you bet $20 on Yan, I'm just setting it. Yeah, he said yes, sir. Take it. I'm just setting it at 20. Obviously, you play with the odds yourself with your own money, but a $20 bet on Yan to win, and a $20 you parlay that with the under on 4.5. That's a payout of 58. I mean, you can go higher than that if you want. You know what I mean?
Right. These fights,
bro,
I think are going to be better than last fights.
I want to find one more thing to parlay on that, and I'll probably make that bet.
I probably do too.
Like a third one, like maybe dude, that's what look at that. Look at Ken. He's licking his chops. Remember last time Ken was rolling. Ken had like 3-4 correct picks. Ken was absolutely rolling, bro.
My gosh. These fights are going to be, dude, I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat for these fights, dude.
Yeah, they're all good. And
good.
And before that, you got a huge matchup. And although he's a big favorite too, they got big favorites in these fights. Is Gilbert Burns versus Kazmat Chimaev, bro. Dude, Chimaev, I think it was him, just called out was it McGregor? He called out somebody, man.
He called out everybody.
Wait. No, he called out who's the champion? Oh man.
He called out everybody? He was like, I don't care who I fight. I'm about anybody.
Oh, you know who he was talking trash to? Kamaru Usman.
Now
they're in the same weight class. Chimaev is number 11, and he was saying that Usman's old. He was like, he's old, he's slow, he's got bum knees, a bum back. He completely trashed.
Dude,
the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world, dog. I love it. I
would 100% watch that fight.
Yeah, he's got to get through. And here's the thing. This is a big fight for him. This is very much like the spot that Tai Tuivasa found himself in before the Derek Lewis fight. Derek Lewis was the number 2 ranked heavyweight. Tuivasa was like, 11, 12, 13 or something like that. Right. Tuivasa wins, right? Now Tuivasa's sitting at like 4 or 5. Chimaev is number 11. Gilbert Burns, because he most recently, I think he won his last fight, but he lost very recently to Usman, right? 2 fights ago, he lost to Usman. This is a huge fight for Chimaev. This is a fast track to a title fight. If he beats, which he's a heavy favorite. We'll get to the odds in a second. Chimaev wins his fight Saturday. He's 1 fight away from getting a title shot.
Wow.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
And I think he's gonna get his title shot. I think he will win his next 2, and I think he'll go for it.
You know, he did call out Colby too. You're right. He told White not to have him fight Colby because he didn't have in jail for hurting Colby really bad. He called out. He said, I think he called him like a dirtbag or something like that. Ken, I saw a different quote maybe from the same conversation or interview where he said like Dana White just cut him, just cut Colby Covington, and I think he cursed, which I'm not gonna do, but he was like, because he's trash.
Yeah,
like Colby Covington's not a good dude. Cut that guy to UFC. Like as a fan, no, don't cut him. I know he's trash. I know he's not a very good person, but like, dude, these fighters don't like Colby. Colby's done so much trash talking. He may have a hard time finding fights.
Yeah, he has done a lot of trash talking. Talking about Masvidal's family and all that stuff, dude. Like,
yeah.
He got a little over the line. On
he had that coming to him. Masvidal don't play that.
Yeah, he did have that coming to him.
He beats Burns. There isn't anyone should be in front of him. I agree. Like, he might get the title shot after this. You're right. You're very well, dude. That could so happen.
He could.
Because if I go, I don't know. I'd have to pull up the welterweight rankings. Let me pull those up real quick. Who is in front of him? Unless maybe I think Leon Edwards maybe gets the next title shot. Yeah, I don't know who he fights. Who does Chimaev fight? Who does Chimaev fight? Muhammad? Stephen Thompson? Masvidal? Masvidal will be behind him at that point because if he wins his fight against Burns,
yeah, he'll be ahead. He'll bump up.
He's not going to fight Covington.
He's going to bump up.
And I'll tell you what, Usman is not going to run away from that fight either. Chimaev gets in and calls out Usman. If Usman's feeling it, which I feel like Usman's not scared of anybody.
Usman's about it.
Dude, he's not scared of anybody.
Bro, that is going to be a good fight if that happens.
Hey, I'm betting Chimaev.
100%.
What's the over-under Chimaev? Hold up. Let me see the over-under on the rounds.
Oh, my gosh.
So Chimaev is a bigger favorite than Yan is, but see, man, I'm about to win a parlay this weekend.
Dude, I think me and you on the same page. We might be betting.
Now this one, check this one out. This one is the over-under for the rounds in this fight, 1.5. I don't know that I'm betting that. Although if my boy Ken tells me to take the under or the over, I might listen to Ken.
Yeah, Ken is very knowledgeable when it comes to UFC and like betting and stuff. He's very smart. That boy knows what he's doing.
Usman will kill Edwards. As good as Edwards is, Edwards almost got knocked out by Diaz late in that fight.
Right. Had
them weak knees, boy. Had them wobbles. Oh, you can bet the method of victory. Those are all massive.
Dude, this weekend is going to be, man, it's going to be very interesting fights going on, no doubt.
Right, you could take Kazmat to win by submission. Go on. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna have a gambling problem when this is all said.
You can bet rounds, you can bet anything, really.
I'm gonna have to go buy a Nintendo Wii to sell it on eBay again. These fights are so good. Oh my god,
they really are.
I can't even get into it's so deep because you can bet on either guy to win by KO, TKO, or stoppage or submission, each guy, and all of those odds are plus whatever, plus 250 plus,
or you can just bet someone to win.
Which is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go that deep into that with this fight card. I don't ever want to get to that point where I'm betting. Look, like Ken said, I think this is money weekend. You can take the parlay on these favorites. Now, you get to these last 2 fights on the main card, or the first 2, however you look at it. Right. Mackenzie Dern, Tisha Torres, much closer in odds, and I think it's you closer in matchup too. Mackenzie Dern's a minus 120. Tisha Torres is a plus 100. The underdog is Tisha Torres. Now, that being said, let me back up. God dog it. That being said, Mackenzie Dern is the number 13. She's number 5 in the women's strawweight. And Number 13 in the women's pound for pound, Tisha Torres is number 7 in the strawweight. So you got 6 versus 7 here.
I think I got Mackenzie on that one.
Yeah, you took Dern. Although Ken said gonna take the wife on a long vacation after winning this money this weekend.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yes, sir. Bring it down here. Bring it down here to New Orleans, man. Bring it down here to we'll have you on the pod. Sure. Bring it down here to Bourbon. And he's taking Torres all day. I took Torres. You took Dern.
I did take Dern.
That's a big fight.
That is a big fight. And really, I don't know enough about each of them to really. I haven't kept up with them enough. I'm just kind of almost guessing on this one. You know, I think it can go either way.
A lot of Mackenzie Dern's coming off of a loss.
Yeah.
You know, she's got it's 11-2 record. I mean, it's still a good record, right? She's still
a pretty good record.
Top 15 pound for pound. Tisha Torres, though, I picked Tisha Torres. She's got a black belt in karate, taekwondo, and blue belt in jiu-jitsu. She's got a 7-0 record. Tisha Torres, no, she doesn't. She's 13-5. What am I looking at? Oh, I was looking at an amateur. Way off. I am way off. Shows you how much I know. But she's coming off of a three fight win streak. Torres has fought Joanna Jagurjanik. Can't ever say that name right. Ing Welly, Jessica Andrade. Now that's 3 of her 5 losses right there. Like she's fought top level competition.
Right. Yeah, she has.
Her record is not as I feel like her record doesn't tell you how good she really is. But I mean they've both been up there.
I can see it going either way. In a
and I mean and the odds show it that way too.
Yeah, I really do see it going either way.
So
me and you picked opposites, right? We
picked opposites on that one, and we picked opposites on the first one. And we'll be fully honest about this. If there's a fight that I need to look at the preview for, it's the first one of the main card because I've never heard of either one of these guys. Help me out, Ken. Dev over here picked Pichel. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce that guy's last name. Vin Pichel and Mark Madsen. Mark Madsen undefeated. Pichel, a little right there. Not great record, but she fights the big dogs and puts her performance on every time. Tisha Torres fights. Both names are big names. I've watched multiple of their fights. None of Mackenzie Dern's fights stick out to me. Tisha Torres is in battles, huh?
I love fighters that put on a performance. They're the most entertaining to watch, and I mean, they really make their mark in the UFC.
Right.
So, love that.
So yeah, I don't know anything about the first fight on that card. I am excited about it. There's a reason why Dana White and these boys picked this fight on the card because on the undercard, Mickey Gall's on the undercard. Aspen Ladd versus Raquel Pennington's on the undercard. The heavyweight fight, Rosenstrike versus Marcin Tybura is on the undercard. The undercard has a lot of really good fights on it, and they could have easily chosen Rosenstrike versus Tybura. Rosenstrike's the number 8 heavyweight.
To bump up, and they chose this one. So I think it's going to be interesting to see that fight.
There's a reason why they chose.
Yeah, there is a reason.
I need to do my homework. I bet on ESPN Plus. You got ESPN Plus? Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I bet on ESPN Plus they have something on there about that by now.
Yeah, they probably do. I'd have to go look.
At least like a little. They have like the embedded series on like leading up to fights.
Yeah.
Real good. If you have ESPN Plus, go watch the UFC stuff on there. They break it down. You also get all of that Daniel Cormier, Ryan Clark now. The Steelers safety, former LSU safety. He's doing UFC stuff for ESPN. They're really good together. I like them boys. Love DC. So look, the undercard is a main card. Yes, any other weekend. I'm with you, dude. That undercard is solid, bro. Solid.
Very solid.
A lot of those fighters are ranked in their classes. Dude, The early preliminaries, Alexei Olenek, who I don't think he's ranked in the top 15, but he was, dude. He's got a 59-16 record. That's on the early prelims. We're going to miss that. But he's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's been in the UFC forever.
We might catch a few of them.
Jared Vandera. We got to get there early. It's on a Saturday. Yeah, we might try to get there earlier than we did last time.
Yeah, we'll get there earlier for sure. Maybe cover some of the prelim fights even.
I'm about that life.
You about that life? Okay.
I'm cool with it. I'm down with the sickness.
When do they start? When do prelims start?
So I bet like 4:00 or something like that, bro. Let me see. I could pull up the UFC app. Where is it at? Yeah. I don't know. I'll look it up after. And, I'll look it up because this can take me 4:15. That's Central Time, Ken. Well, Ken, don't tell me you're in my time zone too now, buddy. You're in the time zone. Ooh, you write your handwritten letter. You heard?
Yeah.
So, no doubt. I mean,
all these names are big names.
They're all right. They got another one. I can't click on either one of their names. I have to. Wait, you know what? It's probably on this. Let me see. They had another one. Ian Gary. This is a welterweight fight versus Darian Weeks. Where have I seen that name? Was he on Ultimate Fighter or something like that? It's a welterweight fight. 8-0 is Ian Gary, and 5-1 is Darian Weeks. That's big time.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, the prelims. I mean, golly. Anthony Hernandez versus Josh Fremd. Yeah, this is huge. Dude, Oleski Olenek is 59-16. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
That's a crazy record.
Somebody to fight that much. Anyways. So, like a quick rundown of our picks. I think we're staying. The only one we may flip on come fight night. And I'll have a graphic about this. I'll post it in the Facebook. Tag in Facebook, the Instagram, my Twitter. I'm sure Boot Crew will share it. But we'll have a post with our official picks. If there's any that changes, I think we're both in agreement that if we flipped on any of them, it may be the Korean Zombie. But I'm not sure that I'm gonna pull the trigger on that. Betting wise, if you really believe that we can have an upset, that's the one to go because dude, the odds are crazy, crazy odds,
dude.
But it'd be really smart.
Wait, you bet 100? You said what? You get
$600.
Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I think no, it might have been more, dude. Hold on, let me pull that back up. I opened up Spotify. That's not what I want.
It's a crazy upset, bro.
I mean, it would be massive because
massive.
Let me see. Yeah, 100 would win you $600.
Wow,
that is a big. I don't know that I would put 100 on an upset like that. Maybe like a side bet, but like
I might bet like 20 and like
it's not a bad parlay.
No, it's not.
It's not a bad parlay if you take Volkanovski. Like let's see what the payout would be. If I take Volkanovski, Yan, and Kazmat. So the parlay odds are minus 161. 161. You bet $20 on that. The payout's 70. So if I take that, like say I don't bet him all, I do like the idea. Like I like the way Ken does it. He bets him individually.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think he was putting like 100 on each, maybe, or 50. I don't know. I do like the idea of doing that.
Right.
Betting them individually so that like if there's one upset, you lose your parlay. I mean, that's why it's a freaking parlay. That's why you get great odds with the stuff, you know. But
right.
$50 if you bet that parlay, Volkanovski, Yan, and Chimaev, that's $176 payout.
Dude, I think I might do that actually
for $50.
I think I might do that. I might bet 50 for that. What do you think, Mike? You bet that like?
We shall see.
Maybe like 20.
Yeah.
Bet a few.
Better like Ken said, it's better odds per fight. You can win your money back. Like if for whatever reason Chimaev loses that fight, you're done. You're dead in the water for the next two fights. And then I'm depressed. I'm trying to call the fights. The people are watching me cry. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying?
maybe it is better to bet individually.
Or if you
You're
bet that parlay, bet low. The payout's bigger. You know what I mean? Like it's you're taking 3 favorites in that spot, by the way. So like that's not a huge payout. I mean, you're gonna do a parlay, take a big underdog in there somewhere.
Right.
That's what I would say. You don't have to take all underdogs because that never works. But it's great advice from Ken over here. And he knows his stuff. So we'll have an official post, and I'll be posting every day leading up to Saturday. As well as just other UFC news like today. If anybody did or did not see it, go check out the Instagram.
Right.
Let me get that off. At the Mike Vacheron. I broke down some trash talking from Juliana Pena. I'm sure she was asked that question. Like, I'm sure that was, and it was Ariel Helwani. First of all, I'm with Dana White on this. Get out of here, Helwani. Like, there's a reason why you keep bouncing around jobs. You're trash. But, and if you see this, Ariel, yes, I said it. But I'm sure like it was a directed, I'm sure that question was very directive. And they probably asked for her opinion on Juliana, and I like Juliana Pena. I've got nothing against Juliana Pena. I just feel like you did. I don't know why you gotta trash Rousey years after she's been gone
for no reason.
I understand it. The hardcore MMA community doesn't really like her because she was a little bit. Look, she was a little bit of a sore loser. She was a big trash talker herself, especially with Miesha Tate all those years.
Yeah,
but like. I mean, just let Ronda live a life, bruh.
Right, yeah. Just let it be, man. Just let it be.
There's no way Ronda's coming back.
No, she's not coming back.
She's making way too much money in WWE, and she's got a kid now. She's already, even though she went out on a sour note, she still has a legacy behind her. Like, I get a little bit of why, like, she leaves a bad taste in MMA fans' mouths. But, like, come on, Juliana. Knock it off.
Yeah. I totally agree with you on that.
Better than that.
Chill out, you know.
Oh, Ken. Look at this. Make sure you guys tag me Saturday. I'll be watching and placing my bets. I see money made this weekend. Ken, I can't wait to see you there, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
I will specifically tag you
Ken,
in our post. Make sure you. Well, you know we'll be live. Ken right there, man.
Yeah,
Ken. Look forward to seeing you. You got any final thoughts before we sign off?
I mean, I think we really covered everything pretty well for the main fights.
Yep.
I think they're all going to be interesting. Like I said, the only thing I would change is I might take the Korean Zombie, but I really don't know if I'm gonna change it. I mean, I probably won't. But to see how he's been training and how he's been getting more well-rounded, I guess it's like a wait and see thing. I mean, I think he's gonna come out being more defensive, seeing what Volkanovski's gonna do. But I think it's gonna be. I mean, I think it could go either way.
Right.
But like Ken said, I don't think it's going to be that many rounds. I think it's going to
He said, don't take Zombie.
No, I don't think I will.
This is our warning right here. Ken saying
don't do it. Warning. No, I'm not changing it. But if I was to bet, it would be Volkanovski. But I would like to see him win. Don't get me wrong. I'd be
really happy. I'd be really happy for
it. Cool if he did.
I'd be really happy for the Korean Zombie if he won that fight.
But
it's not a smart bet.
The list that I have now is I'm 99.9% gonna stick with the people that I chose, and we're gonna post that, right?
Yeah, we're gonna make a post. I think Lala's gonna. I'll send her our picks. We'll get a graphic. We'll have like an official picks post. We need to start doing. I need to start doing that. Like some of them I've seen where like they have the whole fight card picture and like they circle who they have. I don't know if ours is gonna be like that. But it'll have our picks. I might have them like in a list form of who we're picking.
Yeah.
And the odds will probably be attached to it, you know?
Yeah.
For the people that for the betting world.
Right.
It's exciting stuff, man. We're gonna have, stakes on the line, 2 titles.
Are we gonna put the odds on that too?
I'm sure the odds are gonna be on a post.
Okay.
I'm almost positive. Because in the past, we've had even like picks at the bottom of like this StreamYard.
Okay.
For the fight. We didn't do that last time, but we'll probably do that moving forward.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. I think that's really gonna wrap up all I have to say. I mean, there's not much more to talk about until we get closer to this fight. But I'm really looking forward to this. And
we got the weigh-ins. We got the weigh-ins in a couple days. Oh my God! There's a press conference. Isn't there a press conference the Thursday before? I think. and then the weigh-ins on Friday, and then we get the fights on Saturday. So we'll have, you know, there'll be more. I'll be making posts that we'll both be tagged in. I'll do
for sure.
Both of our pages. So keep following us. Don't forget about us. See us Saturday.
Crazy. It's gonna be a crazy night, dude. Y'all are gonna see me jumping up and down, going crazy.
See us Saturday, and if you are betting and you do bet through DraftKings, if you don't bet through DraftKings, yes, Ken said it. Weigh-ins are gonna give us goosebumps, dude. When Yan and Sterling face each other, but when if you haven't already, use the promo code BOOT. You bet $5, and if you bet $5 on a bet, you win $100 in free bets. I believe it is. I'm almost positive that's what it is. But do it. It's free money, right? Free betting money.
Yeah, free betting money. So take it.
Take advantage of that. I will be. 1,000%. I'm excited about my first pay-per-view.
1,000%.
So we will see you guys Saturday. I appreciate your time. Don't go off. I'm gonna end the broadcast and then we can talk and then do whatever. But we appreciate you guys, everybody, all the likes, the views, the comments, everything. And we'll see you guys Saturday.
Peace.
Later.